What's up, guys? I'm with the Facebook Lead Gen King, Automation King, Scale Your Agency King, Kev, and today we have some special stuff to show you. Yes, special stuff, and rumor has it a special offer is being dropped on. Is it just this video? I'll see you guys soon. Cheers. What's up, Kev? How's it going?
Up, my man. Hey, how are you?
So we are live. We had a bit of a screw up with the rank and rent class today because of daylight savings. We don't know what daylight savings is here. I mean, you guys turn back your time. Who gives you the permission to turn back your time?
I know, man. I know. Even so, here, I mean, it's weird, like, because I'm in Brisbane, right? I'm in Brisbane, and we're the only state. So Queensland here, we're the only state that doesn't give a shit about daylight saving, right?
Yeah.
So while it's now like midnight, like right now, you know, all the other states like Sydney, Melbourne, it's like they're like freaking like 1 a.m. So we're like, no, fuck that. We're not going to participate in in daylight savings, and that sort of makes it confusing.
Yeah, well, when I sent you the because you were meant to be on the class today teaching, and you're like, dude, we're on in 2 hours. I'm like, no, we're on in 1 hour. What are you talking about? Like, no, 2. And then I go to like Google, what is the time? Oh, what? When did this change, man? Or am I going crazy? And then you enlightened me of the fact of these daylight savings. So yeah, bro, what do you have for us today? So Facebook Lead Gen King, Kev here, has got something special to show us. I've done 1 or 2 videos on the softwares you have before, and they're absolutely amazing, right? I don't think I did justice though. So if you could take us away and let us know what's what.
Dude, you know, I've been saying, and this should be one of your prospecting strategies, right? Because Facebook is such a large marketplace. And whoever your audience is, they are also on Facebook. And the good thing, guys, Facebook traffic is free. I mean, it's free. Hey, right? It's free, but usually it will take you a lot of time, right? A lot of time to be doing a lot of things that could be automated. Look, Jason, you know how little time that we have, right? Running our agencies, I mean, time is it's a precious thing, right?
When I set up my dedicated computer, for those of you that don't know, I literally got a dedicated PC that's right here with the second screen. I even got a new mouse, keyboard, all for that laptop. And that bad boy just runs, bro. I've actually been trying to get into some sneaky other Facebook groups that I've been banned from for educational purposes.
Yes.
But yeah,
you know, a good hack, right? As we probably all know, and well, some of you know that the best way to be prospecting is going to the groups that has your audience in it, right? But in actual fact, the best way is to actually pay to get in these master classes, right? For example, if you were imagine going to a free group and you have to sort of sort through a lot of these freebie seekers, right? But one of the ways, if you actually paid a little bit extra, for example, you go into a mastermind, right? You know that everyone there has paid money to get in. So everyone there is a qualified client, right?
That's it.
So doing that will get you extraordinary results. All right.
Yeah, and what's really cool is, so for my rank and rent students here, I've noticed some companies actually building out their own Facebook groups, right? And that is like literally herding all the customers, all the sheep together, customers together, for the wolves to infiltrate and steal and snatch. And something I can speak of is that I've been helping someone with their Facebook group or their auctioneering business online. And for auctioneering, I mean, think about it. You have dealers, right? For those that don't know, you have auction, then you have the dealers, the people that buy from the auctions, and then you have the everyday customers. And when we infiltrate WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, metaverse groups, whatever the hell, those people are just hungry customers, right? And they are always going to be buying, and there's always a need for it. So that's kind of what I've been dabbling in.
Nice.
Guys in Rank and Rent, think about home. Here's a golden nugget. Think about home clearances. Those leads go for $500-$600 a pop minimum. For those that stayed in to watch that, and this tool works like an atom bomb, an Einstein bomb in that niche. Yeah. So yeah, Kev, if you can show some stuff, share your screen, get into it. Can you share your screen here?
Yeah,
I think you
absolutely.
can.
All right, man. No problems. Let's have a look. Share screen. All right. I share my screen.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, first things first, guys. Now you probably noticed my my messenger looks like color coded. Looks pretty cool, right? Now, if your message is not looking like this, you guys watching this, you are missing out big time, because one of the ways in which to get leads is no doubt going to Facebook groups, going to Facebook groups, and be interacting, right? So be interacting with people. But what then you could do to actually get them to act, right? Get them to actually act is, for example, we go into, I don't know, say, for example, one of these is to give something away, right? Giving something away, whether it's free advice, whether it's some sort of free training, and once you do that, people will raise their hand and say yes, 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 yes. I can show you a few posts that actually. Let me just find it. Where is it? SEO. Hang on. It's the trying to find a few groups. Okay, let's say, for example, this is Jason's group.
So dodgy group.
So, you know, so this is actually what's Will's group called? SEO.
Oh, right. It's like okay. Google My Business Help group. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, guys. So imagine this is one of your groups that your ideal clients are all congregating, right? All hanging out in this particular group. Now, as Jason just mentioned, what we do is we try and sort of infiltrate these groups, and the way to get people to put their hands up and become a potential lead is to give something away, right? Give something away. So as I said, it could be a free training, it could be a free hack, could be a free software, it could be, anything, right? For example, right here, I said, look, I just completed a 90-minute training on making your phone ring. Who wants to see it for free? Now, I have not even, well, actually, I have commented on a few, but look at all these comments, right? Now, guys, when you do this, right? When you do this inside a group, all these people are become your potential leads, right? But the cool thing is, what you want to message them, right? You want to firstly message them, you add them as a friend, and then once you do, for example, Jason, let's say, for example, right? So Jason right here, if I click on his name, I go message. Actually, I'll come back here. Let me come back here. what you do then is you send them each a message, and then you label them, right? You send them each a message, and then you label them. So, for example, right here, Gary, all these people, right? They say yes, they're interested. They say interested. I send them the training, and then I put them as interested, and then I add a tag, right? I add a tag, could be a giveaway, or could be a some sort of training, right? And then what I can do is, once they come through now, they are part of my. I guess you can think about this as building up your leads. So building up like an email list. So usually you would build up email lists through giveaway funnels. But what we're doing here is we're building these messenger lists right here on social media, right here on Facebook, right? Because what we can do once we tag them, once we label them, is we can then follow up with them, right? And just following up with them, last week we had a chat with another student who's utilizing strategies with Facebook, who's utilizing strategies Facebook, LinkedIn, and then what we're doing is we're blasting out, right? We're blasting out these contacts who have come through and they've said they're interested, right? So it's all about building a list, whether that list is your email list, whether that list is your messenger list, whether that list is your SMS list. It's all about building this list, right? And we can do this completely for free on Facebook. And all you need to do is, firstly, attract those leads, right? Attract those leads, get them to come through, get them to say yes. And I can show you a bunch of these posts, right? Get them to say yes. And now they are all now part of my messenger list. All right. So, for example, right here, another 44 comments. So there was another post I gave away. I was giving away Go Halloway as a contest, right? I think I had like 200 comments. It's up to like 200 comments, and I haven't even replied to every single one of them, right? Now, what happens is that, like, once you do a giveaway, and this giveaway should be something that your specific audience want, right? It should be your specific audience, and this could be some sort of training. As I said, like, if you are in the plumbing space, if you're in the roofing space, give them something they want, right? Give them something they want. Some sort of training, for example, how to get, I've just, for example, you could do a post and be like, I've just completed a training on how to get, 30 to 50 bookings or leads within 7 days, like roofing leads, for example, right? If you target it at these specific audiences, they will put their hands up and say yes, 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 and then now you could tag them. Now you could message them. Now they are part of your messenger list, which you
guys, even for the rank and rank guys that are busy filling up their lead sheets, their spreadsheets, my students, right? This is a way to get it to explode. Like, I kind of went over one of Kevin's other tools recently in it, and this tactic that he's talking about is absolutely impeccable. It's worked really well with my agency and stuff like that. So yeah, Kev, for the rank and rants, the guys basically, the biggest issue I've always found with the rank and rant guys is that they struggle with their selling the lead stuff. So are you going to be going into the Facebook's like scraping thing exactly by country? I think that was one of the things we spoke about.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let me give you a screen back there, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I was getting into that. So one of the ways in which you could be, all right, let me show you. So one of the ways in which say for example, you are selling leads to roofers, right? Obviously, we would find like roofing companies, right? So roofing groups, and these could be groups that let's say, for example, roofing Australia. Obviously, I'm not in any one of these groups, right? But let's say, for example, let's say real estate, mortgage and real estate networking. All right, look at this. All right, so there's 7,000 members here. Now the problem is this, guys. Look, these groups could be from everywhere, right? These could be from everywhere, and your target market is you probably only want United States, right? Or you probably only want UK people. So what you can do is rather than going through and figuring out exactly who these people are, because they could be from all sorts of different places, which is not your market. Now you could actually turn on our plugin and filter by country, right? So the cool thing is you can filter by down to the country level. So let's say, look, obviously don't want Afghanistan, but let's say Australia. I want, I only want Australia. I only want, maybe United States. Where are you? United States. You. Hang on. United States. All right, here we go. Let's say I only want United States. I only want Australia. And then, I want, so this is a mortgage group. I go, look, I want people that call themselves anything to do with mortgage. I want people who call them maybe a realtor. I want, any real estate agents. But you probably don't want to be competing with other agencies, right? Or you probably don't want to be attracting other agencies. So anyone who is an agency, anyone who is in marketing, we don't want any of these people. So what this will do, as soon as it hits these keywords, it will skip over them, right? So for example, you can see people here call themselves owner at Fountain Home Loans of Foley, property developer. So owner works at. So obviously we are skipping here through people who work at. Most likely they maybe an employee. And then entrepreneur, go through all these. Mortgage broker, right? So probably want broker, maybe you want broker as well. And all you need is click run. Actually, let me just refresh the page. All right. So just let me click run again. Country, Australia. All right, here we go. All right, so what this is doing, guys, it's now doing all the work for you. It's now literally doing all the work for you that you would otherwise need to do manually. Because what it's doing is it's going through the entire group of 7,000 members, and then going through and finding, mortgage brokers. For example, you are targeting mortgage brokers to sell them leads, right? But how do you find them? How do you find these mortgage brokers? How do you find these real estate agents, right? In which you've got leads generated for them, and you only want to find those mortgage brokers or real estate agents that can actually afford your leads, right? They can actually only afford your leads. So you want to target them by country, specific country, because at the end of the day, this group, as I said, 7,000 people. There could be people from, Nigeria, people from Africa, Nothing against Africa, by the way, Jace. But you know, the point is, you know, you probably want to sell leads to whoever's, you know, if you're generating these on US soil, you want to sell them back to people in the States, right? So it's time consuming to go through all these. But with these tools, one click, and this is actually doing all the work for us, right? So now it's gone through. It took us like, what, 30 seconds or a minute? It's gone through 600 contacts that you would otherwise need to do manually. And this is huge, huge, huge time saving, right? Because you can literally go into big groups. Let me just stop this. You can go into also bigger groups and actually run this, right? Actually run this, and this will just basically go through, pick out all the ones that fit your criteria, contact them, add them as a friend. So contact them. So it's literally going through the list, scraping these leads, contacting them. You can set up a message, and now you have them on your messenger list, right? Now you have them on your messenger list. So look at all this, right? And which means you can now go back and retarget them. So this is almost like retargeting them, right? And you know, once you add them as on your list, you don't have to sell them straight away, right? It's not about selling; it's about building your list so that when you're ready, you just blast out your messages to 1,000 people, 2,000 people, right? Once you do that, turn those leads into booked appointments, and turn those booked appointments into sales. Now, guys, that's only one of the ways in which to do this. That's only one of the ways, because what you can do, you can come here. Let's go back. Where are we? Real estate. Yeah, I just lost the group. Where was the group? Groups. Right, I'm not in any of these groups. Okay, let's pick a number. For example, let's go back here. Mortgage and real estate networking. All right. So another way to do it, guys, is to go through some of these posts and see what people are actually posting. Right? See what people are actually posting. And one of the ways in which you can do this is, for example, we go mortgage. So what we're doing now is we are filtering through the post, because one of the ways in which to find what people are actually talking about is to go through all the posts, right? Go through all the posts, see if they're relevant, and then be contacting all the people who are engaging on the post. But again, it comes back to time. You go through, and it will take you a lot of time, right? Let's say you want to target mortgage brokers within this group, and to find those that are actually talking about the keyword mortgage, right? You can do this with one click. You can do this with one click, and this will actually go through, filter out everything that you don't want, because we only said we want to have the keyword mortgage. So it's now basically turning your feed, your group feed, into a highly targeted leads. Pretty much a entire group into what you're looking for, right? Into exactly what you're looking for, and you're only targeting those targeted leads that you want. So notice every single post now contains our keyword. So the keyword is mortgage, and we can quickly filter through all these. And I can see, look, this is probably not a good group to actually do a demo, because no one's engaging on these. No one's actually engaging on this. This is the dead group. 7,000 people. So let's go into another group. Say coaches. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's go back on our main page. Let's go on our main page. And what we want now is we can actually filter by our posts. Right. Another cool trick. Let me just show you another cool trick. Is, let's say you have friends, right? You have contacts in the industry. Let's say you're following a influencer. It could be an influencer, it could be a coach that's in the roofing space. Let's say your niche is roofing or plumbing. Let's say roofing, right? And what you can do is, because he's already in that space, that means all his networks are more than likely also to be in the space of roofers, right? So he could be connecting with roofers. So all you need to do is find that influencer. All right, guys, find that influencer, go through, find the influencer. Let's say it is, let's say one of these. Find a influencer in your industry, and go to his friends list. So this is his network. So make sure that the friend list is set as public. So once you do that, let's pick another one. Let's say Tim here. All right. So Tim here, he's got a flashy car. Now, let's say he's a let's say, look, hypothetically, he's a coach in the roofing space. Now he's got 5,000 friends. That means most of his friends are also in the roofing space. So these could be his potential leads, these potential clients, could be some of his existing clients. So all we need to do, go to his friends list, and now we could do exactly the same, right? We could do exactly the same. We can filter by country. So already we have a network full of, say, roofers, and now we can even filter them down by country. We can filter them down by gender. We can filter them down by all the keywords. And all we need to do is click run, right? All we need to do is click run. Now, but ultimately, guys, you want to connect with people. You want to connect with people who you're selling your leads to, right? So surround yourself with all the people in your target industry, right? Make sure you use, like, you could really use like Facebook, right? Don't use it for posting your dogs, or don't use it for posting, beautiful sceneries, which is great. But, you should be using your profile as your business, right? Attract those leads. Give something away for free. Get them to act. Get them to click on your link. Get them to come through, right? You should have multiple touch points. Get them to come through with an opt-in funnel. Get them to come through to contact you, and add them to your messenger list. Tag them, label them, because once you do that, you can remarket them at any time. And there's so many times that I've just sent out a broadcast. I sent out a broadcast, and you can do this by sending out broadcast, one click. Actually, let me just show you how to do that. You could broadcast to your entire list once you have labeled them, right? So once you have labeled them, once you have tagged them, you could do a broadcast. And once you do that, guess what? These could turn into bookings. These could turn into sales. Like, for example, if you're offering leads and if you already have leads, that is already coming through, you just send out, let's say, you already have 500 people on your list that's labeled, interested, potential clients. You just send out a broadcast, be like, hey, for today only, I'm giving away some leads, right, for you to try. There's no commitment. Look, if you want it, reply yes, right? Just reply yes if you want it, and when you're giving away something for free, who's going to say no, right? Who's going to say no? And once they come through, then boom, like that is a potential sale right there, right? But first, you need to be attracting those people into your list, and then you need to be labeling them, and then you need to be tagging them, and then now you can follow up with them at any time, right? Anytime, just like emails, except the open rates are super, super high, right? So create a broadcast, guys. Tag anyone who, for example, is interested. Anyone who has come through, let's say, look, they are interested at one of these. So it's free leads. I even tag people when I give away leads. So I've been giving away some leads, being able to tell people, hey, who wants some free leads in their niche, with a specific quality, right? So you can do a post like that. There'll be a bunch of people that will come through. You tag them, and then now you could send them a message, a customized message. Maybe it could be an announcement. Maybe it could be an offer. Maybe it could be or maybe it could be just to touch base with them, right? But it's all about multiple touch points, guys. Multiple touch points. They see your profile. They come through your funnel. They come through your messenger. They see your contents. And now you have just created a super lead gen machine right here on Facebook, right? All right. Big J, see you there?
Yeah. What's up?
Yo. Yeah.
When you introduced that that location feature, that's when I started using these for my rank and rents hardcore, bro. Before that location feature I couldn't really use it because I was just targeting everyone in the general vicinity unless it had a very specific like Rufus, Texas Facebook group, which wasn't that common, right?
No.
And another little quick hack there, guys, is that if you guys actually go and find community groups, like as I've said before, here we have, I don't know what groups you have in Australia, man, but here in South Africa, we have groups called I Know a Guy. Say like, I need a plumber quick. I go in that group, I know a guy, Johannesburg, and I just hit up, I need this, right? You make a post like that in those groups, then you come in there with this badass tool, and you just scrape all those people that were either recommended or commented on it, putting their hands up saying, hey, I offer that. And that's the stuff I've been using to generate like lots of leads for. Even like one of the things I've also been doing is I've been linking a form to it, right? And just collecting, me, I'm lazy SEO, bro. collecting all their emails, and then just blasting out an email thing to that. Maybe I'll actually go over that. I mean, I'm probably going to have you back on Wednesday for a bit, and we can go through how we like do that. Because I mean, if once it was connected to the Google form, right, in those specialized groups, as I said, I dropped my niche earlier, that bomb niche earlier. Probably should have not done that, but we have that email, right? And that email just goes through, and guys start replying immediately. Yes, I'm interested in leads. Yes, I work in these areas. Here's some referrals from people that I work with. and aspects like that. So, I mean, that was the game changer for me when you had that location thing, because then I could target bigger groups, bro, within like specific areas, and keywords for like smaller cities within the bigger cities. And as I said, I just got this dedicated computer.
Perfect. I mean, that was the common theme of people before we had the location. This is for you that are watching. Look, this is a new feature that we've introduced. Being able to filter and go through by location, right? As Jay said, look, now you're not limited to a smaller geographical group, because a lot of them would be real estate in Miami or real estate in Florida. But the problem is they are very, very small groups. They're very small groups, right? But now you could just go into any big groups. It doesn't really matter, small or big. Turn on the location feature and be like, hey, I want anyone from the United States. I want anyone from UK. I want anyone from Australia.
And if I even put in like keywords for specific cities within that.
Perfect.
And stuff like that. That's what I did. That's why I was so excited when that came out, because I'm like, okay, I can smash more keywords, negative keywords, all the cities around that, etc., etc. And that's where it got really effective for my lead gen, for my rank and rents and stuff. But guys, for all my students watching, I hope you've got your content down. Like, I hope you've been doing the homework, you've got that content creation down. We're going to be we're going to have Kev back on Wednesday to discuss some more features and whatnot. Kev, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah. Look, for those of you that are watching this live right now, hang on, let me just adjust. Now, so Jace has a special link, right? So this link is to the automation that we spoke about. But for those that are watching, I've got something special for you as well. So, one of the ways in which, for example, like you saw how many comments when you do a giveaway. It can blow up really quickly, right? So if you give away the right things, the right training, the right audit, or the right whatever your audience wants, or the right leads, right? For example, you're offering, who wants? Let's say you already have leads coming through, and if you're not actually doing anything with those leads, you're putting them to waste, right? You're putting them to waste. So you might as well give them away. And you could just do a post and be like, hey, I've got these leads have just come in, right? And I need to do something with it. Who wants it, for example, right? The post will blow up. The post will literally blow up. And the problem with that is, it's a good thing. It's a good problem. But the problem with that is you have to go through and reply to each and every comment. Right? And that's going to take you ages. We actually have a plugin which will automate that entire process. It will actually automate the entire process of auto commenting, you'll auto reply, you'll auto respond to them, and then it will send them a message. So you'll do a couple of things. So it will auto reply based on the keywords, or you don't have to set a keyword. And then send them a message at the same time after you reply to them. So you will tag them, you'll like their posts, like their comments. And once you send the message to them, then you just go through. All you need to do, you don't even have to worry about replies. You just go through and be changing all the tags on each person. Right? So not only you save time on replying. It's a huge time saver. Huge. Now, this tool I usually sell for $27 a month. For those of you that are watching this live, if you want to grab my Facebook automation offer, which Jace has a link, I'll throw in that tool for you as well.
Damn. Damn. I think I'm definitely going to have to email my students out personally as well to get them in on that, because that's definitely something
Oh,
that,
it's a huge time saver.
as I said, I'm running my computer here on this purposely dedicated PC for it. And I've been getting so many hits, and it's just a thing of it becomes managing the rank and rents, managing them. And that's why I'm very specific with our students when I say, listen, you guys need to get into like one niche and dominate it, because then you know what leads cost, you know what a roof costs, or you know how much a kitchen sink costs, or that golden nugget I dropped earlier, you know how much what goes for in that, etc., etc. But yeah, Kev, I really, really appreciate that, man. Thanks. Probably should have started off the video with that, because I don't know how many people have stayed here till the end watching that. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions about this, hit me up, comment in the private group there below. And yeah, Kev, I really appreciate it as always. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, is that it? Anything else you'd like to drop? Or is that it? As I said, we'll see you on Wednesday to go through some.
Yep. No, we'll go through some really, really cool strategies on Wednesday, right?
Okay.
And these are what personally is bringing us in, 20, anywhere between 20 to 40 calls a day, right?
Yeah.
Now, for those of you that are struggling with calls, you'll want to be there. You want to be there and see exactly how this works.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Lead Gen Nation. I'll see you guys soon in the next class. Cheers. Bye.
All right. Cheers. Bye.